With any service related issue, the first step should be to complete the Service Request Form, or SRF. This document is very important as the questions asked in the form can help to determine the fault location. Service request forms should be completed by authorized service centers only. Please contact your local Invertek distributor for further information. If you enter the iSource area of the Invertek website, the service request form can be completed online or alternatively downloaded in Word format. Once the document is completed, it should be emailed to service@invertek.co.uk. To complete the service request form, you will require the following: general purpose digital multimeter, Phillips screwdriver, terminal screwdriver, user guide supplied with a drive, and service manual supplied during the service training. Before you start, make sure the user guide and service manual correspond with the drive. Once you have completed the usual information at the top of the service request form, there is a white label on the drive where you can find the data manufacturer, which is a 6-digit number that must be read backwards. The Invertek product code and serial number can also be found on this label. Fill out the end user category. This is the type of application the drive was used in. If it's possible to power the drive, you can check the drive runtime. Please refer to the user guide under read-only parameters to find the location of the drive runtime on your model. Please provide any fault codes or any visible damage you may see on the drive. The following tests can be completed without taking the drive apart. To begin, set your multimeter to read ohms and disconnect the drive for at least 5 minutes from the supply before completing these tests. Drive input check. Ensure terminal blocks are screwed down using the terminal screwdriver. Place the black multimeter lead on L1 and red multimeter lead to L2. Please refer to the service manual for comparison readings. Repeat the process for the following test points. Place the black lead on L2 and the red lead on L3. Then place the black lead on L1 and the red lead to L3. Complete the service request forms with your reading. Drive output check. Ensure the terminal blocks are screwed down using the terminal screwdriver. Place the black multimeter lead on U and the red lead on V phase. Please refer to the service manual for comparison readings. Repeat the process for the following test points. Place the black lead on V phase and the red lead on W phase. Then place the black lead on U phase and the red lead on W phase. Ensure measurements are balanced or the same value across each phase. Control terminal checks. Ensure terminal blocks are screwed down using the terminal screwdriver. Place the black multimeter lead on terminal 1, then the red multimeter lead on the remaining control board terminals. Complete the service request form with your readings. The following relay checks only applies to ODP2 HVAC product. Make sure the terminal blocks are screwed down correctly. Then measure between terminals T1 to T12, then T1 to T13, then measure between terminals 14 to 18 per the service manual. You should now have completed Service Request Form Part A. To complete Service Request Form Part B, you must now complete the application related information. For the ODP2 HVAC product, the following tests can be completed without disassembling the drive. For the ODE2 product, the cover of the drive will need to be removed. Please refer to the service manual for further information. To begin, set your multimeter to read diode. The same procedure applies to all frame size drives, but will produce different readings depending on the frame sizes. Please refer to the service manual for further information. Rectifier thyristor check. Place the black lead on the plus DC bus point and measure with a red lead to L1, L2 and L3. Place the black lead on minus DC bus point and measure with a red lead to L1, L2 and L3. Place the red lead on the plus DC bus point and measure with a black lead to L1, L2 and then L3. Place the red lead on the minus DC bus point and measure with a black lead on L1, L2 and then L3. Output circuit check. Place the black lead on the plus DC bus point and measure with a red lead to the U phase, V phase and then the W phase. Place the black lead on the minus DC bus point and measure with a red lead to the U phase, V phase and then finally the W phase. Place the red lead on the plus DC bus point and measure with a black lead to the U phase, V phase and then finally W phase. Place the red lead on the minus DC bus point and measure with a black lead to the U phase, V phase and finally the W phase. Complete the service request form with your readings. The brake chopper circuit. The following tests must be completed. Place the red lead on the plus DC bus terminal and the black lead on the BR terminal. Place the black lead on the plus DC bus terminal and the red lead on the BR terminal. You should now have completed part B of the service request form.